Hey everybody, I'm Elena and today I want to bring to you repurchases, classics from the drugstore actually, that I have purchased time and again, and even though they have released plenty of new products, I like to have a backup of these products because this is how much I trust them. And what I'm going to show you are all products that still are unopened because it's a backup that I am planning on using once I run out of the ones that I am currently using and are always or almost always into my rotation here in my makeup collection drawers and whatnot. So without further ado, I'm just gonna go ahead and show it to you with some reason or rhyme or not, whatever. And yeah, the first product, as you can see, they are still all unopened. And I intend to keep it just like that up until I start using it, so it doesn't get spoiled and whatnot, is this Rimmel London Lasting Finish 8-Hour Wear Makeup Primer. And this is the pore minimizing one. Now, I cannot tell you how many times I have repurchased this, and I actually repurchased this and I have a backup because it works beautifully on my skin, and every single person that I have used it, it works beautifully to them. So sorry, that was the air freshener actually. And yeah, it helps reduce the pores. It would be much like the Professional from Benefit, but it's way more affordable. It's not a dupe, but it's up there in the performance and whatnot. And yeah, it can be worn alone just to even out, you see, to reduce the side of your pores if you have to have a very porous skin and whatnot. And otherwise, it's a very good primer, and needless to say, I have a backup of, and I'm just gonna keep them all again in the backup bag that I have actually. Next up, I'm gonna show you this one, which is the Maybelline Dream Fresh BB Cream. Now, I cannot tell you how many years this has been at our local drugstores, right? Mine happens to be in the color light. Now, this is not medium coverage as the Misha one that I'm wearing today actually is. For instance, there's this lightweight product, but it's a product all in one. Say you wake up and you're going to the gym or you're going on a hike or whatever, and you want to have your SPF. This has an SPF of 30. And you have some moisturizer and some color to even out your skin tone or whatever, you feel too pale. You add just a dash of color with that. Do not expect a coverage that compares to a foundation with this, but it will give you this overall healthy, glowy skin, and you apply this and you're off the door, you're good to go, and yeah, it works wonders and it's real affordable. Something that I believe the majority of people have almost forgotten, but it's at least here in Spain they still sell at the drugstores, is the Maybelline Dream Lumi Touch, the corrector and illuminator. Now, mind you, when I started using makeup, let's just give a close-up actually. This is in the color 2 Nude. When I started using makeup, I would use this as a concealer, and it didn't work. It didn't perform right. Yes, there was this trend, and I'm talking like 10 years ago or so, that you would tilt your head and just apply the concealer here on the little socket that it creates your eye bag and whatnot, and it would be all great and fantastic. But still, this was giving too much of a light. So what I like to do with this is just apply a little bit in here and apply it as a highlighter, and you can really touch it up through the day and whatnot, and even on the center of your forehead, the tip of your nose, your chin area, wherever you want to. This is gonna add some extra luminosity to it. So I would dare to say that I use it more as a highlighter of some sort than as a concealer. So yeah, I take it with the color nude so it doesn't look this obvious, and yeah, still there, sold, real affordable. And with the Maybelline, this is something that at least here in Spain they stopped selling, but luckily I got a hold of another one just in case, you know, I ran out of, which I did actually. And here I have a fresh one. Maybe in the US you still have it on sale, you guys. This is a Maybelline Babylips. This was all the hype a few years ago. Now, this claims to have lots of hydration and whatnot. Hydration wise, I wouldn't recommend it one single bit, but this color, the color Cherry Me, can you see in here, this gives you this natural flush on your lips. If you go ahead, you wake up and you want to look put together and whatnot, and spend 30 seconds in looking healthy, you just grab the BB cream, apply it all over the face, and then apply this onto your lips. It's gonna give this natural flush. My lips naturally are not very pigmented, so they always need a little bit more pigment, otherwise they look really pale and almost disappear into my face and whatnot. So this brings them back to life. They look flushed. Moisturizing wise, I wouldn't recommend this, but if you want something just to add some extra color into your lips, the color Cherry Me, I think it's complementary to every single person out there. It's a very beautiful. Do not get scared like the cherry color. If you don't go over the top, it's just gonna give you this nice tint onto your lips as if you just bit your lips, you know, with your teeth, and that's it. So it's beautiful. Continuing with the drugstore, this is not sold here in Spain, but I get it online. This was a recommend from Emily Noel 83 many moons ago. I would dare to say over 10 years ago. I got a hold of that. This is the Milani eyeshadow primer. She compared it to the Too Faced eyeshadow primer. I cannot even remember the name of that primer, that it was great. It's a great primer actually. But I obviously, needless to say, if you can save some money, and so I went ahead online and ordered it, and I tried it, and it really works. It really works every single time. Your eyeshadow pops out there, it doesn't crease, you know, onto your eyelids and whatnot, and it stays put all day long with all the vibrancy. I have it in the color 1, which is the color Nude, and yeah, this comes with, I believe it's, how many mils it is? 9 mils, so it's 0.3 fluid ounces, and you really have to make an effort to run out of this. But still, in case they just went ahead and discontinued it, I repurchased it. Now I'm well aware products have a shelf life as well, but before the shelf life expires, if you just keep it as is, it's gonna last you longer. So another repurchase of mine, because in here I don't live in Barcelona city as I used to, so I have to take the train or the car to drive to Barcelona. And so when I go to Barcelona, I go ahead and buy backups of products that I really enjoy, and that in case they discontinue them, I still can go further in time. So this is the NYX Tame and Frame, and this is equivalent to the Anastasia, how you pronounce that? Brow pomade. I'm not even gonna open this, but this is a tinted eyebrow gel, tinted brow pomade actually, and this is really convenient. You apply it onto your eyebrows, and as it claims in here, I'm just gonna show it to you, the model, and call it a day. There you go. Oh god, I'm giving you the biggest glare. So as it's showing here, you have a few spots that are not that dense and whatnot, and you apply the brow pomade, and it's color, set, and go, and then you brush it through, and it's really convenient. Something that I am really glad I got a backup on, and they still sell at the NYX store, and I believe this is almost like a cult classic, but I would never want to run out of this. And I've been several years not using it actually, and recently I fell back in love with it, and I'm using it on a daily basis. And here's the backup that I have, and I'm glad that I have it. Is the NYX Eyebrow Cake Powder in the color Brunette. Now mind you, first when I use this, and you probably saw that in another video of products that I showed you recently, I use this wax, and then I would use, well, it comes with a spoolie and a brush so you can apply it, and you have 2 colors so you can go ombre or really choose the color that fits best to your eyebrow color actually. I would apply this as suggested and then apply this, but as of lately I would totally skip the wax and just apply the color, the eyebrow powder. Yeah, and I applied with an eyebrow brush. And then I just take this pulley, which is perfectly fine, and I brush my eyebrows in place. It's really convenient, really affordable. It's been there forever, and yeah, I want a backup of this because this color is a perfect match to my eyebrows. So there you go. Another thing that I repurchased, and it's the third one actually, can you believe this? and I very sparingly use lip liner, but this one I love is this Primark lip liner. This is €1.50, you guys, and the color is Desert Sand. Now this color is the perfect match to MAC's Velvet Teddy lipstick, for instance. And also, if you want to go more mauvish, at least into my lips, it really is really complimentary. Or I will just line my lips and then diffuse it and apply some chapstick on top, and we're good to go. So this is really versatile. It lasts a long time. You just have to sharpen it and you're good to go. And for €1.50, you better have backup. Next up, I have this Max Factor Masterpiece Transform that I'm just gonna go ahead and open it for you. Just, sorry, the air freshener again, just to show you the bristles, but needless to say, this is a backup. This is the equivalent from some CoverGirl that I will try and look up the name. But yeah, this brush, it's a rubbery brush and it's wider on the tip and it's thinner, so you can really go all the way. You can really separate your lashes and it creates a dramatic, beautiful finish that I really love. This is drugstore wise, this is up there in price, 9-10 euros, whereas the ones that the mascara that I'm wearing today, which is the Lash Princess from Essence, is 3 euros and some cash. There you go, there's 12 mil, usually it's 9 mil. In the other mascaras, the color is black, and this is fantastic. Now there's just 2 products left that I have backups of. First and foremost, let's continue with this. Wet n Wild Color Icon, this bronzer. I'm showing it to you. There you go. This, can I not give you this crazy glare? So as you can see, I don't know who is this pale to call this a bronzer, but needless to say, this has specks of shine, so you wouldn't be using this as a setting powder. But this is a beautiful highlighter, and for the price, like, you get 4.46 ounces or 13 grams. This, you cannot beat that, and it is a gorgeous highlighter. And needless to say, the color is Reserve Your Cabana, in case I didn't say that. And yeah, I don't know who thought this could be named bronzer. Maybe, I don't know, they branded wrong altogether and they just kept it as is. And I don't give you a glare no more. But this, as a highlighter, still sold at your local drugstore. You cannot ask for more. It's natural, it gives you the sheen. I'm not wearing this today, but it's a beautiful highlighter. And last but not least, I'm gonna show you something that I repurchased just because I'm thinking that they might discontinue, because I see they are launching similar lines within the same brand. And this is the Max Factor Facefinity All Day Flawless 3-in-1 foundation. This would be the equivalent to the US CoverGirl 3-in-1 foundation. This is primer, concealer, and foundation in one. I happen to have it in the color Sand, and this also has an SPF of 20. This foundation is a sidekick, actually, and this has been in the drugstores forever. Again, Max Factor and CoverGirl, it's Europe and US, but it's almost sister brands. So if you are looking and you're watching from the US, look for the CoverGirl 3-in-1 if it's still sold. Many years ago, this was all the hype. I believe it was all the hype for a good reason. I know I can trust this foundation, that whatever the case may be. You heard me, lately I've been using the Guerlain, and recently I just ran into the Misha baby cream. But I know that whatever day I open this bottle, because then I'm gonna use it all up, and that's it. I don't want to have plenty of foundations going bad, you know, into my drawer. I just take this, I pump this into my sponge, and it will give me a flawless finish every single time, and it has a medium coverage. So there's that. And that is all the products that I have backups of, because I trust these products this much and I really want to have them into my collection. Just the case being, if they were to be discontinued and were not, I don't have the need to go and find something new that compares, because at times you might not find something new that compares. But if something works for you, well, I wouldn't dare to say go crazy and have an extensive backup of anything, because it will eventually expire. But if you have just a healthy amount, like this makeup bag that I have in here, it's good, you know, and you know that eventually within a year or so you're gonna use this up, and yeah, you're good to go. So there's that. These are the drugstore backup products that I have, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and in the meantime I hope you're having a great day, and see you in the next one. Bye.